What's up, YouTube? So today we're going to see how to configure the first time configuration wizard for Gaia using Ansible. So last time I showed you how to do it manually. So today I'm going to show you how to use it with Ansible, and I have deployed a new gateway. That's going to be the same thing as we did in the previous video, and I'm going to deploy now the Ansible node, controller node. It's just basically a Linux machine, and I'm going to deploy Ubuntu 20 something, and you can deploy any Ubuntu version. And basically what I have to do is to place them in the same network. So right now my gateway, I'm using this network adapter, and so host only adapter, so which means that I have to place my Ansible machine in the same adapter. So essentially host on, yeah. Okay, I haven't installed the operating system yet. I'm going to show you how to do it. Very straightforward. So let's start. Let's start the machine. So it's going to be fun. Loading up. Ooh, that's bad. That's so probably I missed. And reboot. Set. Yeah. Okay, now it has the image, so that's good. You get to see some errors that might happen. And to cut a lot, so let's just select install Ubuntu, and okay, that's the keyboard layout. Yeah, I get it. Download. That's the default. Okay, so let's just select this because before installing Ansible, we'll have to update the system. So let's just do it at once. Raise this, can install Ubuntu. Yes, that's what I. Oh no. Blah 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 blah. Yes, going to format. So my name. Don't you know my name? As your password. So once the installation finishes, it's going to prompt us to update the system. So we're going to install now, and it's going to take a little while. Okay, so I have to type the passwords. So the installation is complete. Let's now start installing Ansible. So double check that everything is okay. So I'm going to paste this here, and everything okay right now. Everything is up to date. These people. I'm going to do this later. Let's do it. So far so good. Take too long. Ansible. There are some packages that have to be removed. This won't take too long. So, and I have to create a local folder for Ansible, and we'll look at the process we did previously. We had to log into the device and access the expert mode, okay, because that changed the configuration template. It is done on the bash shell, and let me show what I mean by that. If I try to log in, that's what I thank you for. If I try to log into the device, so I will land at this shell, and this is Gaia shell, okay? And the configuration template has to be done on the bash shell. Basically, that's the Linux shell, okay? So the way to do that, so first we have to change the admin shell. By default, it lands on the Gaia shell. We have to change to land on bash shell, and then we're going to provide the parameters to change well, to the configuration template, okay? So Ansible is installed. So I'll create directory. Let's go check point. So I'm going to start. I'm going to use Ansible local configuration instead of using global one. So first has to be the config file, and I'll create the defaults. And most important here is the inventory hosts, where my host files will be, and often use that's host checking host. These are optional values. That's retry files enabled also, and the interpreter for Python, that's going to be user bean Python 3. Yeah. So now let's create my host files. That's going to be give it a name. This is going to name gateway. IP it's 91.4, and the Ansible Python interpreter, it's no, that's OPT. Oh, I have to it R, I believe that's 8040 F11 Python, the Python. So now the gateway variables. Okay, so first the connection type has to be connection. It's going to be SSH. Well, SSH user. It's going to be admin. And the password. Let's use it. Oh, yeah. Let me test now. So just going to copy. Okay, so I have the host information and I have the variables. Yep, that's everything. I have my config file and my inventory file. Okay, so now the first thing to do is to change the admin shell to bash shell. So I'm going to create the first playbook, and it's going to be just change shell, and it's going to be YAML file. And now I'm going to name it. And the host is going to be gateway, connection is going to be local, go on together. Oh, so let's start with the test. So this is going to be the first place, it's going to be just set down to bash. And it's going to be role, and it's going to be set user admin dash no set user admin shell to bin bash. Set user admin shell bin to bash, and then I'm going to save the configuration. Okay, so that's the command: set user admin shell bin bash and save config. Yep, done. And then once the shell gets changed, then we have to provide the parameters for the first time configuration wizard. So I'm going to call just gateway FTW YAML file. So there's a lot to be deployed, not too much, but to prevent errors, just copy and paste this here and validate whether everything's okay. So this guy I'm going to change here. So this is going to call gateway. I'm not getting any fans, connection local. This is the host name. I'm going to set gateway. That's the seek value, time zone, all the same parameters that we provided last time. But the difference is that right we're providing has a string, and the command is here. You can see here that's config system config string. So it's here. And then we're changing the files permissions, and then the other plane is going to run the script, and we have here a condition that is going to check whether the configuration already finished. So it's going to do that by checking if this directory, if this file exists. So this file will be created once the script finish its installation. So while it doesn't succeed, while this file that isn't created is going to retry for 10 times, and it's going to wait 10 seconds for each period. And once this condition it becomes true, becomes available, so it's going to wait 10 seconds, and then it's going to reboot the gateway. And we get lucky, we're going to see the gateway configured. So let's save that. So now we have 2 playbooks, and let's start with the first one. That's going to be change shell. Okay, and was successful. And the other one is going to be the gateway. Okay, so we have a problem. That's great. In order to configure, blah 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 blah. Okay, some so normally we try once more. I believe. Okay, why is it failing? Oh, probably the password. No, it's not. Not because I was able to change it. The interpreter. So page admin VPN. Okay. Oh yeah, right. Gateway. Why is failing? I try. Yeah, already changed. Is it failing? Try again. Oh. I wonder what was the problem. So you can see that it changed the file permissions. It deployed the template configuration, and right now he tried the first one, he tried the second, the third. So he's trying. So it's failing because the configuration setup didn't finish yet. And once it now it finished. And once it finished, so we're going to wait 10 seconds, and then he's going to reboot the gateway. Done. So I can try from here. If I try to reach the gateway, okay, wonder why. Let me see. Oh, okay, but it's going to reboot. Still reachable, but it's going to reboot. So I'm just going to pause the video, and once it's reboot, we're going to see what are the changes. Okay, so one thing to notice is that I was waiting the gateway to return. I was hoping that it would reply to ping, but thing is that right now it is a firewall, so firewall by default doesn't reply to ping unless we allow to. So this won't work. What I have to do is try to SSH, and you can see I can SSH successfully, and I missed the password. And yep, you can see it's great now. By default it's landing here at the bash shell. We want to get to fish. All we have to do is this, and you can change again if you want, but let's just leave it like it is. And try to access using portal. Very cool. And it's 192.168.1.2.4. Yeah. accept the risk. No, don't say. Right. Okay, guys, so there you have it. First time configuration wizard using Gaia, and you see how what we can do once we're able to access using CLI. We can automate things. For instance, if we're going to deploy for more than 5 gateways or security managers, that's might worth. But if you're just going to do with 1 or 2 gateways, I would stick with the manual process, because it's, unless you're already someone experienced with scripting or coding, yeah, you might just do it, but otherwise I just think it doesn't worth it. Okay, so thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, hit the like button, and I'll see you in the next one.